impact on faith and governance, religious deception, miraculous signs, whether supernatural or technologically simulated, may lead to widespread apostasy, with many abandoning true faith for the allure of apparent divinity. Political consequences. These demonstrations could consolidate centralized religious and political systems, further deepening humanity's reliance on deceptive leadership, a central warning in both Christian and Islamic eschatology. Widespread apostasy. Abandonment of true faith. The allure of miracles or technological marvels could lead individuals to forsake traditional beliefs, convinced of the false pope's divine authority. Revelation warns of this apostasy, where the false prophet deceives those who dwell on earth by performing signs to demand worship of the beast. Spiritual and moral decay. This apostasy reflects humanity's vulnerability to deception and moral decay, highlighting the reliance on worldly signs over spiritual truths during the end times. Consolidation of control. Spiritual control. The false prophet centralizes spiritual authority, directing worship toward the Antichrist and consolidating global religious systems. In Islamic eschatology, the Dajjal uses deception and miracles to lead people into false worship, mirroring themes of spiritual control. Political control. Revelation 13:16-17 describes how the beast system controls buying and selling through a mark, symbolizing centralized economic power. The false pope could enable this system, merging spiritual and political authority to dominate global governance. Eschatological themes. Christian perspective. The false prophet's miracles and centralized control present the ultimate test of faith, underscoring the importance of discernment and vigilance in resisting spiritual deception. Revelation 13:14. Islamic perspective. The Dajjal's false miracles and worldly power echo similar warnings in Islamic eschatology, emphasizing steadfastness in true faith to resist deception. Modern parallels. Global control. The prophetic imagery of centralized governance aligns with Revelation's portrayal of control over buying and selling, presenting humanity's struggle between spiritual truth and worldly power. Centralized governance and the mark of the beast. Revelation 13:16-17. The prophecy describes the beast enforcing allegiance through a mark, undermining free will and true faith. The false pope's endorsement of this system magnifies its deceptive power. Modern interpretation. The mark could symbolize allegiance to oppressive ideologies or modern technologies like biometric data or digital currencies. A false pope endorsing these technologies would mask their inherent control under the guise of global unity. Islamic eschatological parallels. The role of the Dajjal, deceiver. The Dajjal promotes allegiance to false systems by controlling resources and exploiting human desires, paralleling Revelation's portrayal of economic control and deception. Shared themes of deception. Both Christianity and Islam warn against false leaders who manipulate through miracles or centralized systems, testing humanity's faith and discernment. The false pope's role in global deception. Spiritual endorsement of global governance. A false pope promoting centralized governance would align with the beast system, amplifying its acceptance and spiritual legitimacy. Miracles and technological marvels. Apparent miracles achieved through advanced technologies, AI, holographic projections, or genetic engineering could deceive humanity, leading to widespread apostasy. Moral and spiritual struggles of humanity. Conflict between truth and power. The Antichrist system appeals to humanity's longing for order and security while masking oppression, symbolized by the mark of the beast. Discernment remains crucial. Faithfulness amid trials. Faithfulness to divine truth demands rejecting false systems. Christian perspective. Resisting the mark of the beast despite immense pressure reflects unwavering commitment to God. Islamic teaching. Faith shields believers from the Dajjal's temptations with divine protection promised to the steadfast. Eschatological lessons. Christianity in Revelation. The Antichrist system in Revelation highlights the dangers of prioritizing worldly power over spiritual truth, serving as a cautionary tale about faith's ultimate test. Islamic eschatology. The trials posed by the Dajjal emphasize vigilance and adherence to divine guidance, showcasing the eternal relevance of resisting deception. Discernment, the foremost spiritual weapon. Christian perspective. In Revelation, discernment is crucial in navigating the deceptive systems established by the Antichrist and false prophet. Their promises of unity and miraculous signs serve as tests of faith, challenging believers to rely on scripture, prayer, and divine guidance to avoid being led astray. Islamic perspective. In Islamic eschatology, the Dajjal embodies the ultimate test of discernment. Through deceptive miracles and material enticements, he preys on human vulnerabilities. The Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, advised reciting Surah Al-Kahf for clarity and protection against the Dajjal's influence, underscoring the importance of spiritual awareness. Remaining steadfast, spiritual resilience amid trials. The call to resist false leaders. Both Christian and Islamic teachings stress resisting leaders who exploit appearances and authority to mislead. Christian eschatology. The false prophet symbolizes this deception, blending spiritual endorsement with political ambitions to mislead believers. Islamic eschatology. Similarly, the Dajjal deceives humanity through apparent benevolence, drawing followers into false worship. The challenge of oppressive systems. Systems like the mark of the beast in Revelation or the Dajjal's control over resources demand unwavering resilience. These systems present believers with the choice between material survival and spiritual fidelity, symbolizing humanity's broader struggle between worldly convenience and faithfulness to God. Eschatological themes, discernment and faithfulness. Shared lessons. Both Christianity and Islam frame discernment as both a divine gift and a responsibility. Discernment. By distinguishing truth from deception, believers demonstrate their faith and commitment to divine teachings. Faithfulness. This requires active engagement, prayer, reflection, and adherence to spiritual principles, even when societal systems challenge these values. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. The spiritual struggle. The eschatological narrative underscores the battle between internal faith and external pressures, challenging individuals to reject convenience and conformity when they conflict with spiritual integrity. These decisions affirm the eternal significance of moral and spiritual choices. A modern reflection. Warnings about false leaders and manipulative systems resonate deeply today. Technological advancements and ideological shifts blur truth and deception, creating a need for vigilance. The call to discernment and steadfastness invites believers to anchor themselves in faith as they navigate these challenges. Profound challenges of the end times. Deception. Both traditions warn of leaders who manipulate appearances and miracles to lead humanity astray, with the false prophet and the Dajjal epitomizing this danger. Moral decay. The pursuit of power and control undermines spiritual integrity, shifting focus from divine truth to worldly dominance. Technological manipulation. Innovations intended to serve humanity are exploited to deceive and dominate. In a modern context, this could include AI, holograms, or other tools used to create illusions of divine authority. The role of the false pope. Endorse the Antichrist political system, framed as peace and security. The false pope could enable a system of governance that consolidates spiritual and political power under the Antichrist control. Lead a unified but apostate religion, resembling the whore of Babylon in Revelation 17. A unified yet apostate religion would erase distinctions of faith, aligning with global systems of control. Conclusion. Prophetic deception. Christian, Jewish, and Islamic scriptures anticipate intense deception before ultimate deliverance. Pope Francis. Perceived by some as a proto-false pope, his political activism and perceived doctrinal shifts have drawn scrutiny. Trigger event. Francis's death could pave the way for an even more charismatic and deceptive religious leader, potentially a true false prophet aligned with or supporting the Antichrist. This exploration reveals the intricate interplay between eschatological warnings, spiritual resilience, and modern parallels, offering a lens through which to view the profound spiritual and moral trials of the end times. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Flashpoint Gaza. As we reflect on these pressing global issues, let's remain committed to staying informed, thinking critically, and fostering meaningful dialogue. Your engagement matters. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking analyses and discussions. Together, we can uncover deeper insights into the complexities of our world. Until next time, take care and stay empowered.